Rebels with a Cause, Oskar Schindler. By me. Oskar Schindler was born in 1908 in Zwickau, Austria-Hungary. His father owned a factory that produced farm machinery. He attended primary and secondary school, and later enrolled in technical school, however, was expelled when caught forging his report card. After he was expelled, he hit a rough patch. He was arrested multiple times for public drunkenness and had two illegitimate children with various women. As the German Nazi Party began coming to power, the pressure was building, especially in the Czech Sudetenland, which had a large quantity of ethnic Germans and was under threat of German annexation. Schindler saw a chance for employment and became a spy for the Abwehr for 2 years until he was caught and imprisoned for espionage. He would have been executed, however, 2 months after the Germans annexed the Czech Sudetenland, and later the rest of Czechoslovakia. As the Nazis came to power in Germany, the Jewish people were used as a scapegoat for Germany's many economic problems and were to all be exterminated. A large percentage of Jews lived in Poland and was seen as a major target for the Germans. As the Nazis invaded Poland, many of the Jews were sent to ghettos, where they would be closed off from the rest of the world. They would be malnourished, and the treatment would be horrid. During the failed invasion of the USSR, the Germans began purging the Jews, as if they were caught doing the crimes the leaders would surely be executed. As many of the crimes were committed against the Jewish people, Schindler began to help many of the Jewish people. He created his first factory Elise in Krakow, which he would hire Jewish people, marking them as skilled workers, and would give them a proper wage and employment. He also would bribe SS and Gestapo officers, which would prevent them from killing Schindler's Jews. He was able to help thousands of Jews until the Germans began being pushed back in Russia, so he began having his Jews taken and sent to many of the various labor and death camps around the Reich. As his workers were being sent to different labor camps, Schindler decided to make his own labor camp. He bought many of his workers, sending them to his camp, rather than a death camp such as Auschwitz. He hired guards but forced them, and he had his workers create bullets to fill the quota thrown in a labor camp, causing the Nazis to not become suspicious. However, all of the bullets were defective. When the Nazis capitulated, Schindler fled to Argentina. As if he had been captured, he would have been killed due to his ties with the Abwehr. He moved back to Germany in 1958 and lived there until his death in 1974. In total, Schindler saved about 1,300 Jewish people. We're excited.